What's up, StimCamp? Today I'm going to show you how to hook up some NeoPixels to your microbit and make it a solid color and then change that solid color. So what's cool about this is all of these NeoPixels, all these lights, these LEDs, these RGB LEDs, they're all called NeoPixels and they all work the same way. So setting them up, it's all going to work the same way, which is really cool. So it doesn't matter if it's the ring, it doesn't matter this, if it's a strip, it doesn't matter this. All we have to know is how many LEDs we have in a line. So like a ring is 16, and here I think I cut this down to 8, and this one has, I don't know, but we'll figure it out. We just need to count them. And all we need to do is change the number of LEDs that we have, and that's really all it takes to get it set up. So in this first video, to show how easy it is to set it up, I'm going to set up a ring, and I'm going to make it a solid color, and I'm going to change that solid color. So first thing we're going to do is I'm coming over here, and I'm going to switch you so that you see my desktop. Boom. That's what I'm using to film these videos, but I'm going to hop over here. That should look familiar. So what's the first thing I'm going to do? First thing I'm going to do here is I'm going to refresh my page so that I can see a microbit over here on the side. So let's see if we can make a microbit work. There we go. Now we got a microbit so we can kind of see what's going on. I'm going to move forever out of my way because I just want to see what this does on Get Started. So your question is, how do I set up these LEDs? Well, you don't go to LEDs because you're working with NeoPixels, and the LED menu controls just the LEDs on the unit here. What we're going to do is we're going to go to Advanced, scroll all the way down to the bottom. We're going to add a package. We're going to add the package NeoPixels, and see right here under Math, boom, all of a sudden NeoPixels have appeared. So what do we do to get started? Well, this video, we're just going to show you how to set up the color, make it a solid color, and then change that color. So the first thing we need to do is set up a variable. We go to Variable, make a variable, and set item to a number. In this particular case, let's pretend I'm going to put headlights on my robot, and I'm going to make the NeoPixels my headlights. So I'm going to name mine Headlights, so that I always know that I'm talking about headlights. You could be anything for yours. If you made a robot and you wanted to call it Eyes, you just name it Eyes. It doesn't matter what it's called. So then what I'm going to do, don't want to go too far without explaining myself, I'm going to come to the NeoPixel menu, and I'm going to pull the first block out, and I'm going to lock it to my variable. So what does this do? This says my variable headlights is a NeoPixel. Cool. That's easy. I'm going to be setting it at what pin? Well, I could set it at any number of pins here, but I'm going to, in this case, I'm just going to leave it at pin 0 because that's the easiest pin for me. That's the easiest pin for me to set it up as. So what did I say the number of rings were? The rings had 16 LEDs, so I'm going to change the number of LEDs to 16. And look at over here. Since I've added that, look at what's lit up over here. Oh, it shows me how I'm going to wire this up, and it shows me, ta-da. Now, of course, I'm going to do a ring, and this is showing me a strip, but that's okay. I'm going to be able to modify that in my head because I've learned what all the parts are, all the wires are. So then the format is RGB format. You're not going to need to mess with that. All of these work with the RGB format. So the next thing, so now I've set on startup, I've set my microbit to know what I want it to do. I want it to address NeoPixels. Now I want it to be a color. So I'm going to come down here, and I'm going to, let me walk through that real slow again. NeoPixels, show color. So I'm going to drop it in here, and I want to show my headlights, and I want it to show, see, I got an error there because that item, there wasn't a function there. But I wanted to show my headlights. The error went away as soon as I set that to headlights. I want to set them to red. You know what? That's all I want to do right now. So we're going to call this Headlights Red. Whoa, red. All right, save. Okay, and so it's downloaded here, and there it is in my downloads folder, and I'm going to drag that to my microbit. And while that's copying, I'm going to come back over to here, and I'm going to have you guys take a look here. Look at that. All right. So now you can kind of see everything going on here. You can see what's happening. This is the micro bit I have hooked up to my computer. And this is my NeoPixel. Now, you remember it showed me how to wire it up. The wires all stay the same, but this is in a ring, so how do I know what to connect it to? Well, I'm going to connect power to, on the back here where it says power in, so there's 2 power in ports. I've got data, that's where I'm going to hook my pin 0 to, because I told it in the code to pin 0. And then I've got ground, which is just like on here, ground. So power is 3 volts, ground is ground, and my data in is pin 0. So let's just start by hooking up my alligator wires here, so I know that's my ground wire. And I know this hot red one here is my power line. And then this orange one is my data, so I'm gonna hook that up there to the yellow one. I'm gonna twist this around so when it lights up, you're gonna see it. So first thing I'm gonna do is hook up my ground wire to my microbit, and then I'm gonna hook up my data wire to my microbit. And now as soon as I connect power to my microbit, it should light up red. Boom. Look at that. So it worked. But you know what? You know what I'm thinking right now? I'm thinking that what good is it for a headlight to be red? Taillights are red, not headlights. So let's come back over here to my code. Whoop. And I want to change the color to, let's do it white, because those are what headlights are. All right, and so now I'm going to change it to headlights white. And I'm going to save that. You can see it downloads here, all right? And now I have headlights white, and I'm going to drag that over to my microbit. And I'm going to come over here real quick and switch back to this so that as it uploads the code, once the code is uploaded and it resets the microbit, there is a sound. It just turned white. Did you see that? I heard that sound on my computer. I don't know if you could hear it, but it chirped to tell me it had finished downloading it, and it rebooted, and it went white. So that is how simple in your code it is. Let's hop back here. Look at how simple that is to make some NeoPixels light up. Now here's one more thing that I'm going to show you how to do. We're going to take off the solid color, and I'm just going to set it there because I may want it later. I'm going to come back to NeoPixels, and instead of show color red, I'm going to show color rainbow. And I'm going to set that to headlights. And I'm going to leave my range the same because I wanted to cycle through all of those colors. And I'm going to make my headlights, my fingers aren't on the keyboard, a rainbow. All right, I'm going to save that. And it's downloaded. I'm going to drag that to my microbit. And I'm going to come back over here and switch you guys so you can see the colors here. And it's finished copying. Look at that. Cool rainbow color. So right there, I've been able to change my color from red to white to a cool rainbow design. Excellent. All right, so that's all it took to light that up. And here's what's cool about this, is I can disconnect this here, and I'm going to start by disconnecting power, and then I'm going to disconnect data, and I'm going to disconnect ground. And I'm going to be able to come in here, and even though my colors are goofy, so I got to be careful that I'm hooking up the right stuff to the right stuff. So I'm actually going to hook up the ground wire to the yellow wire because that's what's wired in here. So I got to read my labels. And then in the center, the orange wire is my data wire. So I'm going to hook that up to my yellow wire. And then I'm going to give it power with this. And maybe, just maybe, it's going to work on me. Maybe it won't. I didn't test these wires out. These may not be good wires. These may not be good LEDs. Ground, power. Uh-oh. I think I have a bad set of LEDs here. So that's okay, because what have we learned over all this time? We've learned that, oh, hey, I just needed to reboot. There's all it took. We just try again. So look at that. I'm going to tip it so you can see that it's not shining right in there. Sometimes you just got to restart it. Turn it off and turn it back on again. That's my motto. Look at that. I just did the reboot button, and I didn't even have to change any code. Now what I might want to do is change my code and say instead of 16, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I'm not going to change my code. That might make a lot of sense for me to come back in here to my code. And I'm going to switch you guys so you can see my code again. And what I'm going to do here is, because I've got a different line of NeoPixels, I'm going to change it to just 8. And then we're going to change that to rainbows, headlights, and we're just going to call that strip because we know that it's on the strip. So now I've saved that bit of code too. All right, and so here's my strip so I know what I'm looking at. And that has started to copy, so I'll switch back over here so you guys can see. And it's copied up. So now I have a more full rainbow here because it knows to spread the rainbow over the whole length. So if you notice, it goes from red down to indigo and then starts over again. So there you go. That is how simple it is to get some LEDs up and running on your Raspberry Pi. I'm sorry, not on your Raspberry Pi, on your microbit. We're working with microbits. So once again, to review this code, I'm just going to set it up here so you guys can see it. On start, we're going to set whatever, and we could rename this to any variable we wanted. We could name this to, if this was going to be an animal, these were going to be our eyes. We could set it to eyes, and so then we set the variable to eyes. So that variable doesn't matter, but we're going to tell the microbit that that variable is a NeoPixel, and the pin, and the number of LEDs it has, and then we leave alone. We don't need to change the format. And then we're going to tell it to show, we're going to tell it to take that variable of eyes and show a rainbow, or we're going to have it show a color. And we can just have it show whatever color is our favorite, whatever color we want. That's all it takes. And you just download. So let's just one last show. We're going to download. We're going to call this orange, and we're going to save it, and it downloads, and there's orange, and we drag it to our microbit, and we copy it over, and so you guys can see what's going on here. Once it's done copying and it reboots, ta-da, our NeoPixels are orange. That's simple. All right. The next video, we're going to show you some more advanced techniques with your LEDs.